we first started racing, I really knew nothing about sailing, but it was just basically a learning experience from the beginning. Every Thursday we'd race and I'd learn something new every time, and eventually got to the Spud Cup and we did really well. The team dynamic is definitely the number one thing about it, just having people that are interested in the same thing and as motivated as you are, and being able to compete with them is a pretty amazing thing. Sailing with Dog Smile Adventures would be good for anybody, especially veterans that are dealing with any kind of issues that stem from their military service. Most veterans are pretty competitive, so being able to get on the water and race and be competitive, it's definitely helped me out. I think it's a new found passion for me. I definitely am going to be looking forward to every season coming out here and sailing as much as possible and getting on the boat.
What types of people do you think could benefit from sailing with Dog Smile?
Everyone. I think sailing is one of those things that anybody can do, and I think it's huge that you're offering that. The atmosphere and the environment you have created is just a very welcoming, full-hearted, open, accepting place, and it's a safe place. And I think that anybody who is slightly considering it, just do it.
Awesome.
Yeah, just kind of get uncomfortable and get out there. If you didn't grow up doing these outdoor activities and it kind of scares you, that's the biggest thing that you should be doing, is getting out there and getting uncomfortable, because that's where you're going to find yourself.
Instead of stressing me out like a lot of things do, I've been known as a ball of stress, especially within college setting. This is like where I can come out and break away from it and feel relaxed. Just feel the boat move and the wind push it along. And the stress-free environment that it provides for myself, like I just want to share that with others. For those who aren't necessarily able to walk up and down trails or go kayaking, like this is a good opportunity. You can come, you can hang out on the boat, not move very much, and still participate in the activity of sailing the boat. It's something that I really continue want to do, and I've even talked to John a little bit about like, hey, you know, how do you get in with other groups, and like what possibilities are there, other places in the world to go sailing. For me, from being from a little landlocked state of Idaho in the middle of the farm fields, and then being able to come out on this, it's like, holy cow, there's a whole new world that I've never even dreamed of. And pursuing that is something that I want to do as a hobby moving forward.
It was probably the best way I could have spent a good amount of my summer. I would get so excited to go out on Wednesdays. Going into it, I thought it was going to be a lot more overwhelming than it was, but it was really just like going out there on Wednesday nights, having fun with the crew, and you know, getting into something where you're putting your mind to use, you're putting kind of your troubles away for a minute and just being able to focus on something. I think almost anyone could benefit from it, to be honest.
I think with sailing specifically, I learned a lot about how racing and the boat's mechanisms are to our own lives. Like several times when we were out racing, and you know, you're like, okay, move like a little bit further forward, and like, oh, we need to leave this on the dock, and like all this stuff, you know, like getting weight out of the boat and shifting weight around is like, I was like, dang, this is like so personal to my own life, because it's like, what am I focusing on, and what weight am I putting into things that I don't need to put that much attention on? And so I think the more time I spent out on the boat and the more time I spend in the outdoors, the more I'm able to be aware of the areas in my life where I'm giving too much attention and too much heed, and I can rearrange that and cut those out and throw them overboard, or you know, really focus on them.
Pierce, I was so nervous and hesitant to even get on a sailboat at the beginning of the summer. And then to watch him get more comfortable and go farther out and with more people. And then with Bella having zero experience. And then seeing her drive her boat and do so well in the confidence that they had from that success was pretty cool.
At the end of the sailing, you learned about so much and the feeling of accomplishment. I just love all those feelings.
Well, we had a youth sailing program, Coeur d'Alene Youth Sailing, and John put together this awesome program for 2 weeks, 2 one-week camps. And we had probably 24 kids that I think went through the program, somewhere around 24 kids. And all of them just had a great time learning. I think you spark the kids' sense of adventure when you sail out to Kidd Island. And you sail around Kidd Island and then sail over to Tubbs Hill and beach it and then swim in the cracks of the rocks and climb up some of the rocks and sail back to the beach. And there's this adventure and this excitement and this journey that they go on. And it rejuvenated our organization. It brought enthusiasm, creativity, and he just taught us how to help teach the kids in ways that we hadn't thought of before. And so it really brought our organization to the next level.
My name is Tim Neary. I am the father of Megan and Michaela and Emma Neary. My full-time job is caregiver for my oldest daughter, Megan. John has been incredible with our girls. He's a very calm and calming individual. He has a knack for working with people with special needs. This whole experience means a lot to my wife as well, because she can tell when we come home how excited they are. It's just been such a huge positive thing for our whole family. I would say for anybody who's struggling with children with sensory issues, this is a phenomenal experience for them. This will do incredible good in the lives of very specific people. It will begin to heal some very specific wounds in some people who really need some healing. So I would highly recommend you consider supporting Dog Smile.
My name's Tucker Sweeney. I live in Sandpoint, Idaho. Echo Springs that I work for is a young adult transition program. Students, they come to restart and to gain a different path in their life. I brought 4 students down to go sailing from our program, get the students out on the boat and away from electronics and devices and just come out and have a wonderful day out on the lake. There's something always going on. It's not just a scenic cruise. It's actually some education. The partnership with John and Dog Smile has really opened a huge opportunity for me in my learning work. I would tell others to definitely just give Dog Smile a go. John's super easy to be with, and your day is pretty much catered to whatever the needs of the group need to be. And it's just gorgeous out here, and it's no bad days.
My name's Amanda Thomas, and I have a company called Integrative Approach. I'm a marriage and family therapist and clinical concierge. Dog Smile has a lot of potential, and you're really grounded in this environment. And that creates a sense of safety, of a surrogate sense of security for people who wouldn't naturally feel that way here. You have an openness with them and an acceptance of who they are, where they are in the world, what they're capable of, with no judgment. So I think if anybody's kind of going out into the world and wondering, can Dog Smile work with me? And what I would say is, you just need to call John and have a conversation, because I think that he can assess and keep you guys safe and inspire and help your clients feel better no matter where they end up.
My name is Anya Koma, and I am the HRC Anti-Trafficking Program Director, and we are currently in our Spokane Valley offices. For me, as a licensed mental health counselor, I just think of the importance of self-care, the importance of learning to connect with your environment and connect with nature. And through those things, you begin to connect with your body, that you can calm down. And I think that's what people that are coming out of trauma, they don't do easily. They don't relax, they don't calm down, they don't breathe, they don't step out of that hypervigilant state. And I think when they get to go sailing and they experience that, it gives them the opportunity to feel that. I'm excited to, get our newer residents that haven't had the experience and get them out there next year.
Being a board member at Dog Smile Adventures has opened my eyes to all the ways in which we can help people around us every day. Everybody is fighting a great battle that you can't see and most of us know nothing about. But therapeutic sailing gives people a chance to get out on a boat, away from their regular everyday life, and see that battle in a new light. The leadership of Dog Smile has been unparalleled. I've long admired what Captain John Totten can do in a teaching environment, and of late I've begun to see how contagious his brand of kindness is. Sail with Dog Smile Adventures and see what kindness, water, and a little wind can do.
My name's Terry Brinton. I'm the assistant coordinator for outdoor pursuits here at North Idaho College in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. The benefits that I feel while sailing are the combination of being in touch with nature and being really in tune with the great forces of the world, and the peace of mind that that gives you because it is an all-encompassing activity. You cannot think about anything else when you're out there if you're that engaged. I think my position in the Dog Smile organization is awesome because I can, on one day, be the skipper on the boat with my proteges, and then on another day be a crew member on the boat with my mentors, and to be learning so much in both of those capacities has been great. I can't be thankful enough for those opportunities. I really do think that everybody can benefit from being on the water, and it has a palpable, soothing effect.
It was super exciting for me to just witness the overwhelming response that we received when we shared Dog Smile with the world. And I think it's a testament to the underlying why of the program. It's like people connected with it, they got it. If anyone's ever been on a boat or been in the outdoors, they get it. They get why this needs to happen and why this needs to happen more than ever now. There are very few activities that match the feeling of being on a sailboat. It is full immersion in nature at its finest. There are elements all around you. You are submerged in the healing powers of water. You are experiencing wind moving a craft as it has for thousands of years. And it helps you fully unplug and be extremely present. And I think that is an incredibly powerful tool for healing. We were able to get my sister-in-law, Emily, on the boat this last summer on her birthday. She has been battling MS for the better part of a decade, and I brought up this idea to her and said, "Have you ever been sailing?" And she said, "No, I've never stepped foot on a sailboat." And I said, "What do you think about going sailing for your birthday?" So we took her out sailing, and once she got more comfortable on the boat, she's walking around. She came up, she laid back, watched the sails. She just wanted to sit and breathe and take it all in. And I think she was in a place where she was really open to experiencing the healing that was gonna happen for her, and it did. And she got behind that wheel, and that was the cherry on top. She drove that boat and had her best day ever. She said, "Hey, can we do this every year?" Sure enough, yeah, we absolutely will.
A year ago, I was campaigning on an idea. I was campaigning on hope and saying, "Hey, help me try to do this." And people responded in an overwhelming way. They bought in to an idea. They bought into the concept of therapeutic sailing. I've seen people get off the boat feeling better than they got on it. And that is, to me, that's the essence of the whole deal. How we get there is really up in the air. It depends on how the day goes, and every group's a little bit different. But the measure by which I see therapeutic sailing is just that fact. Like, do they seem a little lighter walking up the dock than they did walking down? My job is really just to facilitate this thing doing the work. We get out there, the sails are up. When that engine shuts off, you can almost feel like this. People like look around for a second, like, whoa. And then they really like, okay, that noise goes away. And I think that's what a lot of us are seeking. And noise can mean a lot of things, right? For some groups, it's the hands-on piece. It's feeling like they're engaged in the activity, in control of what's happening. For others, it's just like pure relaxation, sunshine. I had a couple teenagers that slept the whole time. The group leader was like, that kid probably hasn't slept like that in months. It feels good to do good. And I've never connected with that as much as I do now. I just want to do it again. Like last year, I just wanted to do it at all. And this year, I just want to do it again. It's been so incredible. It's been such a dream come true. And it's all made possible by people that donate their time and money to the group. And it feels good. It feels good to take those donations and turn them into something good. Next year, there's more boats, there's more days out, there's more opportunities, there's more people involved, and we just get to do this with that many more people, and we get to do it with your help.